What's up, everybody? Here with the O3 Wheels interview with the True Sonz. What up, fellas?
Yo, what up? I'm Tiffany.
Gee, I'm Dallas. Yeah.
All I want to say, guys, it's an honor for you to come out today. I've been looking forward to this interview because, I respect what he's doing O3 hip hop, and I reckon yous are going to be legends one day.
Hey,
You are legends now.
hey, appreciate it.
Some good, brother.
So, the first question I got is, when did True Sonz' journey begin, and what's the meaning behind your name?
We started pretty much in church. There used to be three of us. There's no three of us anymore. There's two of us. So
The two sons.
yeah, two sons. And my interpretation of what True Sonz means is that we're true sons of the true Father. So yeah, pass on to D.
I guess like before being in church, I think both of us drunken parties, rapping, freestyling, whatever in the garage, thinking you're the man type thing. But so it was already hip hop was already a hobby. It already something we enjoyed, and then I guess where it really started is we got asked to perform something one time. We'd never been a group or nothing. We just asked to do something at an event that we were a part of, and we did it, and we got up in there, and it kind of sparked something, and we've been kept the ball rolling. I think from that moment to today is probably about 3-4 years now. Would it be? So it's been a long time in the making, but yeah, this is where we're at now.
And yeah, like there's been a few hits and a few misses. And what I mean by that is that we didn't practice enough, and then you get showing up, or you forget your words, bro, Dallas. And it happens to the best of us. But like we learn from it. We learn from our mistakes, and I'd rather learn from other people's mistakes rather than mine. But you live, So yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's not limited to hip hop either. That's just life in general. You gotta endure some things. You gotta go through some uncomfortable situations to grow in life. So, yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes you got to fail to get to the wins. The next question is, how long have you been a part of Man Up?
Oh, now the count. I think about 7 years for me. About 7 years. Yeah. How about you?
2019 to 2024. I'm the regional coordinator for all the Man Up groups in Christchurch and Canterbury. I started as a participant, but yeah, I got asked to do the role, and yeah, there's three things that I try to keep things: your mental, your physical, and your spiritual, and try to keep them in line. It's a hard thing to do, and I just enjoy helping other men that are going through struggles, addictions, and to me, it's a part of my healing buzz from when I was going through addictions and self doubt and rejection and all of that carry on. It's not for everyone, but for me, it's for me, and I love it. It's helped me. So now I can help others. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess the better plug that I look after Man Up in Aranui. That's my little area, and man, for me, yeah, it's basically the same as him. Love helping men. As far as the area, I love the area. It's just got a piece in my heart, and so helping people in that area has just become a passion of mine. And because Man Up, I reckon, saved my life first. Again, I was a participant first. I needed it. I probably wouldn't have my kids in my life right now if I didn't have Man Up. who knows if I'd even be sitting here right now. I know I wouldn't be sitting here in the interview right now if it wasn't for Man Up, because it grew me as an individual to have confidence and believe in myself to do things. So rapping wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for that.
Yeah.
So it's been the foundation for a lot of things and a lot of achievements in our life.
Just quickly, Ed. So yeah, same with him. Like it helped me through my addictions and my insecurities, my rejections, my hurt, my pain, my trauma. Um, all of that stuff, it really helped me. And the way it helped me is that being around men, other men who have overcome some stuff and actually are a living example of what you can do if you be around men who have actually who can prove it, who have got fruit in their lives, that can actually show it, not just from a university, not from a counselor, not from a prison program. And there's a lot of programs out there, there really is, but this is the one that we push, this is the one that we love, and this is the one that has helped us. So yeah, me.
You know, Man Up has given a lot of impact to men to become the better man they should become, you know. And from my perspective, you guys seem like good leaders, and I respect that. And that's why I'm inspired by Man Up and stuff, because that's how leaders are born.
Yeah, that's right. I'm the oldest of, I've got 5 younger brothers, so I've always been the one that got the hiding before all of my brothers. And so if they got in trouble, I got in trouble. You know what I mean? So I've always been a natural born leader. I'm a foreman at my job as well. But Man Up, without Man Up, I wouldn't be a foreman at my job. I wouldn't be sitting here. I wouldn't have the confidence to grab the mic and perform in front of so many people, you know what I mean? And to me, that's why me and him click, is because we've come from the same struggle, and now we True Sonz is just an extension of Man Up, to be honest with you, brother.
You know, there's some people who are like, you know, qualified, but they haven't experienced like what you go through. So like, if it's someone who has experienced a similar battle, I feel you on that. Who's your biggest inspiration to your success?
Musically, or
Or just you know, whatever like gets you going or motivated.
it has to be said, for me, our local pastor, he's my man, Pastor Derek. He's been there through thick and thin. When I've been going through thick and thin, he's been there. And what I love about him is he doesn't spare my emotions. When it comes to what I need to hear, he'll tell me if I need a verbal boot up the butt, that's what I get, you know. But it's whenever that happens, it's said out of love, because it's the goal was for my best outcome, and so he's a father figure to me, I guess, because that's what a parent or father would do to his children.
Yeah, I'm the same. Pastor Derek Tate, Pastor D, had some spiritual clips around the ears many times and some boots up the bums, but correction is out of love. You know, it's not to bum us out. And at the start, it may feel like that. You know, no one likes to be corrected. No one likes to be told what to do. But if you hear it with a ear of love, I guess you can learn from that. And you know, like, my parents are both passed away, and my dad wasn't really a good example. He was a gang member, and he was a good example of what not to be. I love my dad, you know, like, without him I wouldn't be here, you know. But for now, in the present, it's Pastor Derek Tate, and locally. So yeah, that's a
I couldn't say who my inspirations are without mentioning Apostle Brian Tamaki either. Just funny thing is, I used to hate his guts, to be honest. But I came to Man Up because he's the one that created Man Up. I came to Man Up, got convinced to meet him, and the rest is history. And he's been as far as what we're part of, he's the head leader, and if the leadership flows down, and um, just being a part of his ministry has been life changing for me, and it's just like words can't explain. Yeah,
And once again, nationally, so locally, it's Pastor D. Nationally, it's Apostle Brian Tamaki, and probably the most hated, the most loved person at the same time, the most controversial. Everyone's got a story, they've heard something about it, and what we're a part of. And we're not ashamed about what we're a part of, because without what we've been a part of, True Sonz wouldn't exist. So that's the truth. We don't walk around with a Bible. We don't bash people with it. We just show our lives. Our lives are a true testimony to what can happen if you're around people that can actually example true change. So yeah.
I might have a different view, but I'll still respect it, you know? Yeah. Because, we all want the same thing. Peace, you know? Peace in the world. But, because I'm into like meditation, stuff like that. But, I still show love to whatever we, believe. And, because we're all about, the values of doing good. Where were your deepest music realizations?
Good question, brother. I think listening to Machiavelli, Tupac, to me is I always used to walk around saying he was more of a father figure than my own dad. I related to just all the stuff that, yeah, that's a huge inspiration for me. So young, so talented, so just idolizing type of thing, but you know, so yeah, that's my answer.
I guess it started with listening to Scribe actually. I was probably about 12 years old, and it just caught me. It captivated me to really grasp what hip hop was and to get into the whole genre. As far as like music realizations, I mean, this year probably has been quite a few. Um, Hard to explain. Just feel like we found our sound, and feel like the songs we put out to this date don't justify or express the sound that we found, which will be shown on our upcoming album. And it's been a really getting into our creative process, just getting into that creative space and pushing the boundaries of ourselves, pushing ourselves out of our comfort zones to do stuff that may feel silly, but like I always say, ad libs are. If you're not feeling like an idiot while you're doing ad libs, then you're not doing ad libs right. So, little things like that, and other artists will get that, I'm sure.
Yeah, another realization. I think I misinterpreted the question. Not who my favorite artist was, but the music thing. Yeah, the last couple of years, but especially this year, and the realization when we drove all the way to Nelson and back for a show in Mapua, in the middle of bloody nowhere, right? Of how far we're willing to go for music. So, and the vibe there at this place, it wasn't very good. Like, one, the sound wasn't working properly. Bro, DJ D. Dallas fixed it, right? And the vibe just wasn't right. And we had our peeps turn up from Nelson, DC, and we kept saying to them, they said to us, bro, it feels weird in here. I said, wait till we get on the stage. And as soon as we got on the stage, we cleared that buzz. It was just a realization when I was driving all the way back from Nelson, and I did a live, and I said, we're actually going to take this music as far as we can, because we believe in our songs, we believe in our walk, we believe that we believe in our greatness, brother. That's the truth, 100%.
Besides from your music, what's your other interests?
I've been pondering this a wee bit lately because it just feels like I'm always so busy. Um, I don't know, church, it's just a given. Um, I go to it not because I have to, because I love it. Um, Next would be being a dad. I got four daughters. Uh, didn't get my boy, but I got four daughters. um, they keep me pretty busy, and it's I don't know, it's always like a ongoing pursuit to be the best dad I can be, and it's a hobby, goal, whatever you want to call it. Um, Next, yeah, obviously is music, but my business, I run my own business. That's kind of it's what it's an income, it's a living, but it's also a hobby because like I'm not just working a job, I'm creating a dream. I'm developing something that I want to not just pay the bills, but be able to set the future for my kids, and that they can have a platform to chase their dreams. It's that's the thing. So about 3 years deep into business now, I got one employee,
Nice, bro.
and it's a hobby. Any other hobbies? I don't have time for much. Do a bit of gymming and all that, but nothing major. Yeah.
My interest of late has been going to the gym. I go to the gym every day, and it's a struggle at times. There's times where I don't want to be there, and um, I was always good at starting stuff, but I want to be good at continuing. So that's one part. Um, Being a good husband is a good interest. My wife will love that one. Um, so another interest that I like, I love our church. That's a good one as well. But I also love our Maori culture. I was born from up north, and we were pretty much drilled it, But what I love about our Maori culture is that the respect and the integrity and the morals that come along with a lot of it, and it's a part of who we are. It's not fully who I am, being a Maori, but I'm interested in the art form. I'm interested in the tā moko. I'm interested in the carving, the stories, the pūrākau, um, the te reo. It's all a big part of it, and um, I love our culture, but it's kingdom culture over here. So yeah, that's a huge part. Uh, Also, I love gardens. I love growing our vegetables. To me, there's something about putting something in the ground and watering it and watching it grow and then consuming it and knowing that, you know, man, I put love and time into this and it's come back to feed not only me, but my family, and others. So, yeah, brother.
That's what they should teach in schools. They should teach people how to grow their own veggies and stuff. Because what happens when the world turns to shit?
My kids' school does it. And
Oh.
some kids' schools do it. I can't speak for other kids' schools, but my kids' school does that. They actually got a huge like acre or so land that they use for a garden, and yeah, it's a pretty big project at their school.
Oh, that's good. Like that's the stuff they should be pushing. They should be teaching us how to survive in the world. Oh, this is a good one. This question I'm about to say is from it's from Lisa. Because I asked them because you know each other. So
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I asked Lucy that.
what's a good question to ask True Sonz? So this is what he come up with. What's the future vision for True Sonz?
Good question.
I guess our focus has been so much on this album thing. I guess with that was, I'll speak for myself personally. He's probably the same. Um, we wanted to have a body of work under our belts. So, just personally, I just felt like who are we if you can't even refer to who we are, if you can't refer to our music, and there's a couple songs out, but it's not enough in my personal opinion. So that's been a big focus of us, and it's, I guess for me, it'll be a platform to leverage to the next thing. I think you probably touched on it. It's getting into the more community kind of gigs. Personally, just we might still do some, but not really into the pub scene. It just doesn't suit us as who we are and who we're trying to reach. But that's not to say that it won't happen anymore. But it's just it's not a priority. And yeah, that's me for now.
Yeah, I think we're gonna. That was our plan. Obviously, we're consuming our time with this full length album, and like we've only got 3 songs out there in a cipher, right? It's not enough body of work to refer back to, so we've been doing the groundwork with collaborations for brothers up north, people down here, and everywhere in between. But I'm like the bro, I'm community focused as well. So we need a body of work in order to pitch it to these community funders so we can put something on for our families, for our kids out in the community out here on the east side. We focus on the east side because this is where we live. It's no use focusing out on West and Hornby because we don't live there. And a lot of kids here, they've got no, they may not have father figures, or they may not have any good influences, and we're against the grain, brother. So we're glorifying being, I guess, walking a straight line. Too many glorification of walking that crooked world. You know what I mean? Drug dealing, alcohol, getting wasted, talking to women, disrespectful. We ain't about that. What we're about is that actually being men and knowing that we are men, and that fathers, brothers, uncles, good influences. That's who we are, and that's the focus for True Sonz, is to know that, okay, who are True Sonz? Well, we're true men. So we're men who, this is what this country needs, is men. Fathers, good examples, and um, I see the future for this once this album happening and dropping, that the community focus will be the zone. Like the bro said, we're not going to dismiss going into nightclubs and that, but how can we talk about church at a nightclub, but how can we disrespect the nightclub, and the people in the nightclub, if we can't give them I guess, walking into those dysfunctional environments and not being influenced, that we're the actual influence. If we can be straight and overcome addiction, that means that if these fellas can overcome addiction, anyone can do it. I've done imprisonment time in my 20s, and a 20-year addiction to weed and alcohol, insecurity stuff, and just not knowing who I was. I'm only starting to know who I am now. How does that sound? Yeah.
I just got to add something I just actually overlooked, but it's just because it's such second nature to us, is that True Sonz was, as much as we love making the music and all that is great, but it's an extension of what we already a part of, what we already do. What I mean is, it was another tool, another avenue to be able to reach people who may need to be heard, so may need an ear to be lent out to them. So one, the music itself is a message. It hopefully will resonate with people that may be going through something, or may may need to feel like they relate, because that's what music used to do for me. Some of our music is addressing things that we don't see right in the community, or in New Zealand as a whole. But ultimately, it's an opportunity for us to get amongst people that we haven't yet met, and a chance to it takes someone you may not have never expected to meet, to actually take you to your future, if that makes sense. And men are stubborn, prideful, don't wanna open up and stuff. And sometimes, if you can set an example in front of them, physically in front of them, maybe you can cut through the fog of all this false masculinity that a lot of men do put up. So yeah, that's what True Sonz' future will look like too.
I just want to add with that is not everyone's going to be down with Man Up. Not everyone's going to be down with the church. But maybe through True Sonz, we're not forcing anything on anyone because no one's going to do what they don't want to do, right? But one lyric may help somebody to think, why are they're talking about this? No one else talks about this. They're brave, they're courageous, they've got the balls to actually stand up and actually address this issue about whatever it is. And we have, because you know why? Because we've got a good foundation. Our foundation is not the rocks in that pipe. Our foundation is a bit deeper than that. And because our foundation is on solid ground, that means that we're solid. I mean, our work life is solid. Our home life is solid. Yes, we still go through some stuff. We're humans, right? We're not perfect. We don't walk around judging people because, I don't know, to me, I take people to how they are, and I accept people if they're in their dysfunction and the way that they're living. That's fine. But if you want to be a part of what we're a part of, we're trying to help you get out of that. You know, and it's so easy to go back to the bottle, back to the pipe, back to the pills, back to the drugs. But I'll tell you what, those things are temporary fixes. They're never a long-term solution. So, and why do we say that? Because we've been through it. That's why. We got no certificate for it. We have got no qualification for it, but we've lived life, you know what I mean? And we've been down and out. We've been no one wants to help us, you know, been those victims. And now we're walking around, I think, walking in our glory, walking in our victorious status, walking in our greatness. And it's only the start. That's the crazy thing. It's only the start.
Talk about how we feel because we think that's what girls do. But the thing is, real men do talk about it, you know. We're going to be stoic, we're going to be strong and stuff like that. And that's what they need to push. But now they're sort of like, I'm not hating on people, but like pushing men to be weak and be just, you know, out of control. In a way, we're sort of going to, you know, but learn how to control our actions and what we do, and you know, another thing is like in hip hop and that, like we always talk about, you know, bitches and money, respecting, you know, women and stuff like that. Like I feel bad, like, you know, saying inappropriate stuff in my songs and stuff like that. And I said to my followers, I'm not going to sexualise women in my music no more, because for me to be a gentleman, I need to respect that.
We've got a song actually that's highlighting with Tina, my Māori, shout out my brother, that's highlighting single mothers with kids that have got kids to multiple different men, right? But the way that the song is structured is that we're not pointing the finger towards her. We're saying that mistakes and blessings happen at the same time, and that she's got to love herself as a mother for her kids to look up to her so they can love themselves. And mistakes happen, and the way we done the song, it's just crazy because no one really wants to touch on that topic. And you know, I was talking to Silas about the topic, and he goes, "Oh, bro, that's South Auckland." But he laughed, you know. But he goes, "Nah, good on you," because too many men put down women and go, "Oh, you're just a hoe or whatever." But not all women are like that. I believe that women are mothers, are nurturers and carers, right? And some of them, or most of them, they don't see it within themselves. You know what I mean? And you can tell a strong, independent woman when she walks into a room compared to a woman that needs the substances or drugs or whatever to make her feel that way. And like I say, brother, it's a touchy topic, but we're gonna touch it. Yeah.
Sometimes, like, some of us men like to be controlling. So, like, abuse someone who's, like a good person, but they've sort of, been abused, been stuck in, trauma, stuff like that. So that's why they've probably gone down that way. What do you think are the biggest challenges facing hip hop artists today?
I reckon getting seen. I think in today's society, any and everybody can set up a studio at home now. It's a good and bad thing. It's a good thing that everybody has an opportunity to create something where they can express themselves and create something that they enjoy. The bad thing is it's harder to get noticed because everybody's pumping something out there. So, and it's evident in even just the local scene where it's just not like it used to be. It's I wouldn't say it's dying, but it's not thriving. You know what I mean? So it's I'm not sure. Actually, I do the solution. We're the solution, but that's the way. That's my attitude to it anyway. But um, it's just it's not. I don't know that it was ever easy, but that's the challenge now, as opposed to maybe getting your foot in the door with somebody that could take you somewhere. Is probably what it used to be, but yeah.
I think the challenges are actually the first step is what is your goal and what is your purpose or why are you making the music? Like that's one of the challenges. The other challenge I think is that there's groups of people all around the world and country that sort of think to themselves that they're better than another group of people. To me, that's gatekeeping status. And don't worry, we're good at breaking into stuff. So screwdrivers, keys, doesn't matter. Like we go around the gate or
Put
over
your-
the gate or whatever.
You're part of man up.
Yeah, but not out the gate. You know what I mean? But so there's a lot of people that hold people at arm's length like this and go, "Nah, you can't come in," right? But for me, if you can't do it without someone else, that means you got to ask yourself the question: okay, do I need that person to advance my career, or do I just go out there and do it? We've only just started and we're doing an album, right? There's artists out here that haven't even got an album that have been out here for years. So, like, it's intimidating because if I was an artist that had been out for like 10 years, for example, and haven't got a body of work, I would be asking myself the question, I keep featuring with other artists, I keep doing all these shows, but where's my body of work? You know what I mean? So the challenge is this, it goes back to the question again. Why are you doing the music? What's your purpose? What's your goal? And it's like life really. Like when you wake up in the morning, what are you gonna do for that day? So it's sort of like um that's the challenges I find is that a lot of people project their own insecurities onto other groups of people, yet they don't ask themselves that number one question, why are you doing this? So yeah.
The final question: who's someone you wish you had a feature with?
Locally or internationally?
Both.
Locally, yeah, it's a hard one. Because they had so much influences, like over the years, and man, I've always been down with Decepticons and the way that they flow, or Morocco and Savage and all of those fellas. You know, some of those South Auckland greats. You know what I mean? Like um, Silas is probably one of them. Some of these local artists around here, like um, there's so many to sort of thing, but internationally and probably just a pipe dream is yeah, I mean love to do something with Bone Thugs, love to do something with K Dot, like especially Kendrick. I mean, I think the bro Dallas wants to do a feature with Drake to resurrect his career, but I'll let him speak on that.
Yeah, I might be Drake's saving grace. Nah, locally, shucks, I don't know. Scribe was the inspiration. But I don't know if I pick someone from New Zealand. Damn Native is probably one of my favorite all-time rappers. If there's someone that's kind of active right now, DTF is someone I really like. Um, as far as the local Christchurch scene, I don't know. Kind of feels like if there's anyone I want to collab with, I have the opportunity to. You know what I mean? I can reach out. Internationally, I don't know.
I forgot to say my brothers up in H Town or Four Corners. They'll be like a huge influence in my life because we're from the Waikato way. So shout out to Hippoclips and Koma. Yeah, like those fellas are on back in their time. You know that they had their time. And same thing with Scribe. You know, and but speaking of features, so we asked the brother Joe if he was keen to jump on our album, and he obliged accordingly. So we've got a beat that's coming from Big Guts Billy. So he's creating a custom beat. Actually, there's two beats to pick from. So just waiting on him for that one, and man, we're excited because the first topic that come to my mind was ambitious intent.
So yeah, that's all my questions. I just want to say, before you do the freestyle, I want to say, I appreciate you brothers for coming along to the O3 Wheels interview. Like, yeah, I really appreciate you brothers.
Awesome to be here.
You're an inspiration towards me and all these people out there. And like we highlighted before, if the bro's disabled and you're abled, maybe you're disabled in the mind, bro, sister. Like, if we can inspire to aspire, for you to get higher without getting higher, right? Get to that place. And what I say, look at yourself. Do the mirror work. Do the shadow work. Do the uncomfortable work, because if you're in those uncomfortable spots, eventually you'll get comfortable. So word up.
And on that, if you want help with that, flick us a message. We're always down to help out anybody in those situations.
He's Aranui. I'm Central Christchurch. It's not Crips, it's Central Christchurch. And yeah, we just enjoy being around people to see their progress. Like when people come in and they might be busted and disgusted, right? And then they do a rotation with us, they start to see their own light. Everyone has their own light, but everyone has their own light within them, but others shine their light brighter than others. So we walk around with a torch and a light, and not to inspect you, but to, like, if we're shining, come get what we've got,